Hey guys, it's 275Hammy / Hammy3502 here, and this is the third showcase for ImmersiveMC. Well, not the third showcase, but the showcase for the third alpha of ImmersiveMC. Now, the last YouTube video I did was like a silent one for the first alpha, so you may be wondering, well, where is the second one? And put simply, the second alpha was like a week's worth of technical changes. The only real feature I added was like a ranged pickup similar to Half-Life Alyx, which I will show you now. You point at an item, hold down your trigger, flick up, and you get the item. It's that simple. But that was what happened during Alpha 2. Now we're here in Alpha 3 land, and there is a whole bunch of new features that I'm going to show you now. First of all, some more back-end sort of things. There's a config for everything in ImmersiveMC now. There wasn't one before. There is now. Every single immersive, both here and from the previous alphas, can be enabled or disabled by a server admin, and anything you don't want on, you can also just turn off. And of course, on top of all of that, there are a couple things I'm going to be showing that require, well, not require, but you can customize to your own liking, and that's also in the config. There are plans to have a GUI-based version of the config at some point to trademark, however, there currently is not one. With that said, let's move on to the actual features from the more basic to the more interesting. Either way, starting off, buttons and levers. So if you want to open this iron door, bam, I hit the button and the door opened. The technology features now. Same with levers. If I want to open the door, I almost broke it there. That would have been real bad, wouldn't it? And I closed it. Now, the lever detection isn't perfect. It doesn't actually detect what direction your hand's moving. There's that you're nearby and there's a lot of motion. So in theory, I can just do this and it'll open. But generally speaking, it actually works quite well. And it also does work on floors and ceilings. So it works anywhere. And yeah. Next up, the Anvil and the smithing table. This one's fun. So what I will do is I'm going to grab these items here. Oh, I put them in the middle slot. No wonder my hand didn't work. To clarify, for chests, you can only grab what's on the top row. So, like, yeah. But either way, so if you walk up to the anvil, I have 9,999 experience levels. I'll be fine. You put your item in, and you put your enchanting book in, or whatever else. This works for any anvil recipe. And as you can see, I will grab the sword, I will lose an XP level, and I'll have my enchanted item. One of the users on the Vivecraft Discord, I'm sorry I'm blanking on your name right now. I have it written down, though, gave me a couple suggestions on it. I will get those implemented, or at least try to get those implemented at some point. Right now, I'm mainly focused on getting all the core features I want in the mod before I make them better. Either way, with that said, and of course you also have the smithing table. So you put in the sword, you put in the netherite ingot, and you grab the resulting item. Done. Yeah, so that's that. Let's go ahead and pull up the inventory here. I don't want these here anymore. Next up, we have the enchanting table. So this time I'll actually do the chest properly, punch it so the items are on the top. As you can see, it actually shows stack amounts for items now, which I'll go a bit into more detail about later. However, for now, we'll grab the sword, and we will grab that. And then what you can do is you put the item above the enchanting table, and it shows the different ones you have. So I'm going to go with sharpness 1. So that costs 2. I need 2 XP levels to get it, and it will take 1 XP level away along with 1 lapis. I really don't... That's just the way I found to express it. That way it minimizes the amount of space it takes up. So as you can see, if I were to grab it, it will yeet the lapis and XP levels from my inventory. Yeah. Next up, we have the Campfire. This was suggested by someone on the Vivecraft Discord. I'm very sorry I'm blanking on your name. Hopefully whatever message this YouTube video is attached to, and also somewhere in the description, I will have your name. Either way, the Campfire. This one's very simple. So you can just grab the thing you want to cook. We'll put the other one in my offhand. So you'll hold these both above the campfire. Now, usually a campfire takes 30 seconds to cook an item, and it cooks 4 items. We're only cooking 2 items, even though, yes, you can technically cook 4 along with it, and also, but you're holding your hands here physically, so it's currently set up where it takes half the time to cook as it would if you just place it on the campfire. And as you can see now, this one is cooked. It only cooks the items 1 at a time, I'm fairly certain, so yeah. And with that, we shall move on to the numbers showcase and what I'm going to label question mark. So, as you can see here, items are labeled by the amount there are of each thing. So, like, 64 torches, etc. But, let's get to what the question mark is. So first, I'm going to effectively just grab a bunch of items that set up my, like a normal Minecraft inventory. Maybe not exactly normal. Maybe this is a bit too many items as usual, but trust me, this is going to be very important. Let's grab some food. Let's grab some cobblestone to build with and some torches. And then let's cycle up to the top row. So let's just say I got back from some mining, right? And I need to do some inventory shuffling here. Let's say I got back from some mining. I have some iron, I have some gold, and of course, I also have that coal down there from my totally legit mining adventures. Now, there's one kind of large problem. I still have to open my inventory. Like, this is, yes, it's kind of a pain, especially in VR. And, you know, my ores are there, but my hotbar's here. So, you just open up your... This is the thing you can add to your radio menu, because I added a new control. However, we now have a bag that is mapped to your offhand, which... it's mapped to whatever your offhand is. To clarify, this isn't very alpha. Like, the bag itself is alpha, kind of separately from the rest of the immersives. Expect this to be iterated upon a lot, and any feedback you have on it would be greatly appreciated. There are a couple issues with it that I'm hoping to work out, like the fact that you can't see the other items. But either way, so how it works is it looks at a given row of your inventory at a given moment. So right now, as you can see, it is looking at the top row, and it's just putting them there. If I click into the air, it will cycle between the rows, similar to the chest, actually, except just in your hand. And then, of course, you can just grab the item. It will grow a bit. And then if you click, it's now in your hotbar. So now I can, of course, walk up to my furnace here, place that in there, switch over to the coal, put that in there, and it'll start smelting. And then for the other one, I need my gold. So let's grab that and put that in there. My coal is actually in a different row, so let's go grab that and put that in there. And there we go. And then when you're done with the backpack, just close it. Done. And there you go. So now you can do a lot more things without having to interact with the GUI. There are a couple things you can't do, though. Those things are mainly the fact that you cannot do 2x2 crafting. Like this small crafting grid, you still need that. I haven't implemented that, at least not yet, at least. And armor is still in the inventory. You can't equip that in some other way, except for, I guess, right-clicking armor or any other vanilla ways there are of equipping armor. But, yeah, besides those like small limitations, you now effectively have access to your inventory in the world, which is very nice. Again, this is not perfect. However, I'm trying to work out more and more bugs as the days go by, and hopefully I can just generally make it better as time goes on. Either way, so these are all the features of Alpha 3. I hope you enjoyed watching the showcase. There's been a lot of work that's gone into coding all of these, and yeah, feedback is greatly appreciated on all of them. For the bag, just to go over a couple of the known issues, again, you're supposed to see like a preview of the rest of the inventory down here, but you can't because I haven't implemented that yet. Besides that, there's also the texture is kind of weird. Yeah, so you can kind of tell the texturing is generally weird. I'm just using a wool block right now and just having it color itself. You can actually, in the config, change the color of the backpack to literally any hex value you want. So let's just put in the hex value as a regular number, and it will make it the color of the backpack. Like the default, the backpack color is actually like a light brown. I just really like the color red, so I made it red. You can do that. I don't care what color you make the backpack. Just change a number in the config. And for left-handed users, you need to change a value in the config called left-handed backpack, I believe it's called. Well, I use backpack and bag interchangeably, but like you can just set it to the left-handed mode in there, and then besides doing that and changing it from changing your main hand to your right controller, which is like a thing Vivecraft has support for, you should just be good to go. Yeah. Either way, that's everything. I hope you enjoy. I have spent quite a while working on this, as I've said before, and I'm pretty happy with it. I would love to see feedback from you guys. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.